Hey traders, what another great day we had in the market today. Can't find enough adjectives to use in our trading sessions every single morning. Today we posted another 4.61%. December has truly been kind. If you want to take a look at, I kind of go over the weekly results as well as the monthly results on our journey from 5 to 50K. I'm going to post that right here if you want to watch that video that kind of goes over just a recap of where we've been, how we're doing, all that kind of stuff on the journey. Today was another great day, another great learning opportunity for us today in the market. We kind of executed a couple times on the challenge that we had yesterday where you win while losing. We were in a couple losing trades, and then we stacked on and we used the build or a fade technique. Then we flipped it over to a build technique. We learned a little bit more about what action points are, zones, layers, all that stuff inside of this trading session. So if you want to become a better trader and learn, take a look at this session, but more importantly, like, subscribe, and join our Discord, and we'll see you guys trading live next Monday morning. So enjoy the live trading session, and again, we'll see you Monday.
This is my favorite market, actually. I love sideways markets. However, we're kind of at the top, so we'll see if it tests the top right here. Probably get into a buy here because we're at the bottom. And probably just a layer to see if we don't run to the top. See if we don't get another test of that top. And see if we can get a break for a little bit of a ride the wave this early in the morning. Catch the wave when you're sitting on top of the world. Like Doug is. He's on top of the world.
Yeah, I wish I was violent. I like this one.
Yeah, he says Ed says your head is in Spain.
Yeah.
Ed, did you get hit you up on Discord? You said you wanted me to change your settings, but I didn't know what account you wanted. Which one you wanted me to change? Oh, you did. You got it. Sorry.
I thought you meant my main account, not the accounts. But it's early.
I see that now. All right, let's see if we can pop this top off. No, we'll just play at the action point, but I'd like to get in a little bit more. So we stood layer, but all right. All right. Just changing that for you right now, Ed. And I might kick you out. Just FYI.
No worries. It did.
All right, don't log back in for a second because we'll kick you out one more time. All right, you're good to log back in though. All right, let's get to trading. Let's see what we can do. Good, Curtis. I'm glad that was all fixed for you. So, having some crazy technological stuff on the backside of these challenge accounts that we didn't think were going to happen. So, but I'm not going to bore you with the details. We're getting it fixed. It's just glad that we didn't open up the floodgates and get tons of people in. I'm glad we're just kind of trickling it right now. We can work through the bugs. Anybody trade last night? It was so slow, but luckily I was I just kind of like to trade while I'm watching sports, so didn't bother me how slow it was, but it was tough. If you were trading to trade, I would not sit at the computer. I mean, I was like literally got like pretty heavy on a couple trades because it was so slow. Like I think I got all the way to like 7 or 8 lots because it was just so slow, and it just moved against, or didn't move against me, but moved like 2 pips, and I was like, "Hey, done, taking it."
Should well though. I mean, you're up to 2.8. Was that all yesterday evening or?
Yeah, it was all like 4 hours of trading and watching sports.
I got you. That's right.
But it was not. It was like this stuff right here. You know, that big move, 157 minutes to run 10 pips. Where now it ran 10 pips in 10 minutes. Ooh, when do you guys shut it down in the holiday season? When do you guys shut down trading? Anybody?
I feel like today would be my last day, but I'm at 6.6% my challenge account, so I'm going for it.
Are you kidding me? That is so awesome. I think you're the first above 5%er other than Cool that has said something. That's awesome.
Oh, good. Good to hear it.
Do you struggle from aggressiitis?
Definitely aggressiitis.
Like, so normally, like, I think it's awesome that you're up 6%. Don't get me wrong. But when somebody says that I'm up over 5%, the first thing I think of is how often do you risk out? So that's a question for you, Nick.
Yeah, definitely. Haven't risked out in a few days.
So that, because I mean, there's nothing wrong with it as long as you can make more than you're risking out. Like, and not in one day, but if you're making more than 2.5% a day, and that's pretty easy for you, then there's nothing wrong with losing 5. Do you know what I mean? As long as you make 2.5% more than you lose 5.
Well, I'm up 6%, but Cool was up like, he was getting like 50% days, 60% days.
Yeah, but in teeny accounts, because he was in like a $1,000 account, he was putting like 1 lot on. Well, maybe not that high, but you know what I mean? It's kind of hard. Yeah. It's easy in $1,000 account to make $100 and have like a huge return. You know what I mean?
I think the biggest learning point for me was just learning when to take off my trades when it was going against me. Because I'm very famous for letting them run.
Sure. So it just kind of dropped and went the other way. So now I'm using that technique that we practiced yesterday on that challenge, where I'm just going to wait for a turn, and this will be my action point right here to get out all these trades for break even. And if it pops past it, I'll make some more money. And as it comes down, my get out action point comes down too.
That was a super helpful challenge yesterday. Thank you.
Yeah, I was really thinking about it. It's like, I don't know why I haven't done it before, but I guess people that are new to the way of the wobble may not be able to fully understand it or execute it, because I talk a lot about layers and action points and all that kind of stuff. And so you kind of have to have a little bit of base understanding in order to do that challenge. But position size is king for sure. And then I have to just remind myself it's Friday today. So we could see some different market conditions, but I think we're going to get, I'm hoping that, because this might be the last kind of trading day, like you were saying, for a lot of people. So I'm hoping we'll get like more people in the market because of that. So more volatility. I know for me, that's one of the things I love about this industry is before, when I was working for Sean full time, we'd always take the last 2 weeks off of the year because I was in, and we just wouldn't market, right? Because it was kind of everybody, whenever you marketed the last 2 weeks of the year, it's like, yeah, call me back after the holidays. Yeah, I'll talk to you after the holidays, right? So I'm like, sweet, I get a 2 week vacay every year. I'm like, can we do that with the summer? Because Sean, you always say sell in May and go away. Can I go away? Can I take the summers off and the last 2 weeks?
Move to Australia, and Christmas happens in the summer.
Does it really?
Yes.
It doesn't. It's December.
Well, it's summer down there.
Right. Okay. But it's still December 25th, though, right? They don't have like their own. Yeah. Okay. But the weather. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I got you. I'm like, they don't change the dates. They're not that special, are they? Donnie, you should, if you open up your Alveo, you should say either trade partner or challenge account. If you come up here and click this, one of these, like right here, it will say trade partner or challenge account. If that does not happen, hit me up on Discord with your email that you used to sign up on. Because it should. And it's unusual that it wouldn't, unless you just signed up like a couple hours ago. No, I don't think so. It's probably, give me your email and I'll just do a quick check on it. like hit me up on Discord, your email that you use to sign up. And I'll check on it for you. Just waiting for the turn. Ooh, that's a good question to you, Nick. I'll ask it out loud. How many moves have you caught to have your daily return today? So how many times did you, how many iterations in the market does it take for you to hit 6%? Was it just one move because you caught a wave? Was it a bunch of moves because you're going for two pips a move? Like, it's a good question. Good question, Pablo Wobble. That's to you, Nick. Can you hear us?
For me,
Yeah.
I haven't caught my daily move yet.
No,
but probably.
You said you're at 6%. So he's like, how many moves in the market?
Oh, no, sorry. I'm at 6%, like, since I started the challenge account, not for the day.
Okay, that makes sense. So I thought you were saying it was 6% today. I'm like, congrats.
I wish. That'd be amazing.
That's why I was asking you if you suffer from aggressiitis. If you hit 6% in a day, that's where all those comments were coming from.
Oh, okay. No, sorry about that. It's just 6% overall in the challenge account.
Well, hey, that's still really good. So you're almost to the magic number, right? And this is a good time. This is a good place for it to turn if we can just get it to break above this. So my break even now for this is raw here. If it comes up and tests this is my X out.
How many layers do you have right now?
How many layers? I probably consider this one. This is like a half. So maybe this is all 2 layers. And then this is like 1 in this area right here. Between here and here's another layer. And then...
Hey, cool. Good morning.
So I'm probably up 3.
And they all have the same amount of, each layer has the same amount of trades.
Oh, I thought
Position.
you were cool.
Yeah, roughly. I probably need to add more on this one if I can, but I usually probably put about 4 to 6 trades on per layer. And so a layer is usually instead of a zone. So this is a zone. This would be a zone, but that's only a half a layer because I only got a couple trades on. And then this is a zone right here. And then this is another zone right there. So.
What happened to cool, Davey?
Cool. You got warm. I don't know. Dad joke.
I thought it was cool speaking.
Oh no, that wasn't cool. That was Artemio, right? That was Artemio.
Yeah.
Artemio.
Okay. Artemio. It's fun to say it like that.
That's fun.
Cool is at the holiday boot camp. So.
I got a link to go to the boot camp, but I didn't pay for it, and I got in, and I got kicked out in 3 seconds.
Uh-oh, trying to hack it.
Did, but I didn't know that they're gonna see me.
Oh, they see all like the ISR.
IRS.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, what's up with them trying to take my Venmo money? It's like the only time I ever get Venmo is just from my wife, and that would suck. If they try to tax me on what my wife sends me. Okay. Probably put another couple trades here, see if we can get the bounce up here. And now that I got this kind of stack going, I'm going to hunt for just some profit here. So I'm going to go for a couple pips if there is any. That's tight. That's really sniper. Sniper. Let's see here. Nice bounce point. All right. So just so you guys know, I will probably shut it down. So I have to trade on Tuesday morning, but I got to trade at the boot camp, and I'm going to judge it by how good that morning is. If I'm going to trade anymore the next week, but if I do, it'll be Wednesday. Might be the last day that we'll trade. But if the market is garbage, I probably won't trade it. But I'm thinking Wednesday might be the last day that we get together. Then have a happy holidays.
Yeah. Say don't eat too much, don't drink too much. If you can't be good, name him after me.
Love it. I'll probably still drop some videos on YouTube and issue you guys some challenges or something like that during the holidays, but we'll see if I get ambitious enough.
Yeah, man, because after the Christmas, you're going to have bills to pay.
Yeah, never fails that we always, in marketing in this industry, you always get new people right after Christmas and the holidays. It's like, I'm going to learn how to trade. That's my New Year's resolution. And then they're just like the gym. They're gone by February.
March. March is the longest. They buy shares into the gym.
Yeah. Gym memberships always go up in January. But then you can never cancel them. It takes a whole year to cancel. What? You want to cancel? I don't know. What? Are you speaking English? Cancel? What's that word? Do not know this thing.
What? Is this really? This for real?
All right, so again, looking for it to kind of come up there. But that was a good high probability. If you took that retracement, then it could have done that for some quick hits. It's that one. All right. Stay up there. Come on, little candle. We're gonna do that, huh? You're gonna pop and then retreat. Okay, so now that we got confirmation, or maybe we have confirmation, I'm not calling that confirmation yet, but if this candle stays green, then that'll be confirmation. Kind of try to build into the move higher, but we don't have confirmation. I just want it to be confirmation. Waiting for confirmation. I was hoping this doesn't turn into an exhaustion bar. This candle tells all. There we go. That's a good sign.
The telltale.
Mm-hmm. So I'm going to build it into this move here. And then coming into that action point. Putting some in the bank. Guess I have to take it early. All quiet today. You know, you guys must be getting better as traders, because a month ago I had a lot more questions that I was answering all day, every day. I'm hoping that's the case. Hoping you guys are getting better. All right, here's my stall and my break even. So we'll kind of see what's it going to do. Didn't really stall, kind of went past it. So now I'm kind of just looking for the stall here. And there's the stall. We'll take that. And voila! Proper execution of that challenge that we had yesterday. That's how you do it. Any questions? Should I drop the mic and walk away? Just kidding.
No, don't do that.
You guys are just trading. You're focused. It's like, so every 3 times a week, my wife and I go to the gym and we do a class, like a CrossFit class. And she's always like in a, like we see each other now. She's in the girl group and I'm in the guy group. And we see each other in passing, and she's always like pushing me to do more and not. Yeah. And then there's a challenge coming up next month, and the winner of the challenge gets like the team. So you can enter as a team, gets like $1,500. And I'm like, there's no way I'm signing up with my wife, because I like to be married. I like to stay married, but because she'll want to win. And whenever I'm working out and I like just, when I'm like, you're working out and I'm working out pretty hard, I can't talk because I'm so focused or I'm like just breathing hard. And my wife wants to have a conversation at those times. And I'm like, look, if you could talk, you're not working hard enough. You need to be working harder.
Typical women. That's typical of women. You go to the gym, they want to have a conversation.
So, you know what we need to do today? We need to focus. That's what you guys are.
Listen. I said, look, I'm listening to my body. I can't listen to you.
That would have been a good one to hold on to, but didn't know that. Just got out in the stall, come back down. Ooh. That's a great question, Garrett. Anybody want to answer that? Anybody know the answers to Garrett's question?
What is the question?
What's my reasoning behind a 0 take profit versus a 2 take profit that Sean uses?
That you can get more money.
Is it greed? Is it all greed? Is that what it is?
What if?
That's the wrong answer, by the way. Greed's the wrong answer. It's set up for ride the wave. Yep, that's a good answer. But yeah, exactly. Case in point, opportunity. I like to set up for candles. It allows you to adapt to current market volatility. It's very, very difficult to do. In fact, that's one of the challenges that we have, and I might do that again. But it's very difficult to do. It's a lot easier to just take the 2 pips and run. And sometimes when I'm fixing my trades, I'll go back to 2 pips if it's a 2 pip market. But when you have price cycles like this, 10, 12 price cycles, I tend to hunt for greater than 2 pips anyways. Even if I had, I'd probably go for about 3, maybe even 4, and that would put you at maybe 3 would put you at a action points, right? And so I use action points for my take profits as opposed to take profits, because like this move right here just happened, it stalled, so I got out, right? But if I would have waited, this was the action point, and this was really the area that I should have waited for. But I was afraid I was going to come back and test that and go down. But if I would have just waited, it would have blown past this action point, come up here, and it would have stalled here. And that's when, the proper execution of that would have taken place right there. And then I would have got out of everything as opposed to getting out of everything here. So it's just a matter of preference. There's no real, it's just a different type of technique to trade. I flip in and out of take profits, and you see me do that today, where I'll flip in and out of take profit here, or ride the waves. Just like, I wouldn't really call this a wave, but riding it down as much as you can so that you're gobbling up more. So I think Tammy said it correctly, that really the 0 take profit was born from the idea of opportunity, right? It was born from the idea of opportunity. Like sometimes it'll blow past it like it did right there. And if I had to take profit, it took it. But if I didn't, now it gives me the chance to take it here. So it's just more control of my trading. And the number one, oh, thanks. Do you want, Josh, you like me to call you Hobble Wobble or Josh, man? It just feels, I just hesitate when I want to.
You can just call me Josh. It's just easier if there's 2 Joshes in the room.
Hobble. You'll answer to Hobble Wobble?
Yeah, well, it depends who's talking to me. But
if it's your bartender, you probably won't. You need to hobble on out here with that wobble. All right. So it allows me to have more control, but really what it does is it helped me psychologically. So it has nothing to do with fear or greed or FOMO, but it really had helped me with psychologically because I did not like hitting that red X. And hitting that red X to me before I started trading with zero take profits meant that every time I hit that red X meant that I was taking a loss. And so I psychologically associated that red X with losing. And so I would hold on to my trades as in recognition of that, I would hold on to my trades and I would be like, okay, because I don't want to hit the red X because I don't want to lose. And then what does that do when you hold on to your trades too long? Well, your winners turn into losers and your losers turn into bigger losers, right? And so I started trading without take profits and hitting that X at 2 pips, right? Every time I saw 2 pips, I would hit that to kind of get myself over that psychological reasoning of, it was purely psychological of hitting that red X. Now, fast forward a couple of years, I love hitting that red X because it means that I'm taking profit or it means I'm cutting losses. And if I cut my losses right, it means more opportunity for profit, right? And so when Tammy said opportunity, I couldn't have said it any better myself. So that's the reason why I trade with zero take profit, is to allow myself the opportunity to either capitalize or cut my losses when I want to cut them. So I'm just more control of my trades. Long story, but does that make sense?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Dave.
Kind of.
Kind of.
Hey, Dave, congratulations on the 10%, man. I'm jealous.
Well, I appreciate it. You have to catch those runs pretty good to have 10% days, right? So I'd say that it was all skill, but a lot of it is just catching the market, right? You know. But I always say that luck is when. So right here, coming into this action point right there. So this case in point on zero take profit. There's right there's where it stalls, and then comes back and pulls back a little bit. Well, guess what? You can just recycle your trades. But I always say that luck is when opportunity meets preparedness, right? You kind of create your own luck. So if you're not lucky unless you can learn to recognize. You won't ever be lucky. Well, I shouldn't say that. You can be lucky more often if you learn to recognize when the opportunities are happening. So I had a $1 million idea yesterday, and I'm super excited about it. And I so excited about it that I shared it with Cool because I was talking to him, and he's like, "Ah, it's awesome." And then texted Sean because I knew he was at boot camp. I'm like, "When you get a second, I got $1 million idea," and he hit me back with the Austin Powers $1 million. I'm like, "Yep," and talked to him till like 10 o'clock last night about it, and he's like. And he said,
You sold it to him?
He said, I think, he's like, when you hear ideas, he's like, Dave, when you hear ideas, and sometimes he's just like, yeah, this is a good idea. But he's like, no, this is a really good idea. And he said, I think this is more than $1 million idea. I'm like, see? And I said, and it's good because all of my best ideas I've ever had have come in the shower. And that's where that one came from. Just hit you. Boom. Not even thinking about it. But it has in large part have to do with you guys and some of the comments that you guys have made in some of our brainstorming sessions. So I appreciate it. So, but nobody's getting any royalty checks. Sorry. But it's something that we're, once we shut down trading, we're going to focus on it and kick it out to you guys first of the year. but I'm not. That's as much teaser as I'm going to tell you guys. But I'm super excited about it. It's going to take your guys' trading to the next level, and then it'll grow because you guys will be loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. That's right.
So it starts the first. Thereabouts.
We're gonna announce it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
But you guys know that if you're on this, if you're trading with me in the morning, I often tell you guys probably more than I should. But I found value in your guys' feedbacks and comments and everything. And so I certainly appreciate your viewpoint, because sometimes a different point of view is exactly what I'm looking for. Ooh, there's the news.
What are you saying? You modified our time? Yeah, 9:45. There is a news coming.
Yeah, fade that, bad Mama Gemma.
Flash PMI.
Those are spreads. Holy cow. That's there. Get back down there so I can take out some of these trades. All right, I'm just going to pop those off because I don't know where it's going. And wow. That did absolutely nothing. How do you trade this? Anybody?
Late. I don't know.
Jump in with 2 feet.
It's like not even like 2 pips. You can't even make money on that. Did anybody make money on the pop? The only way you would have made money is if you were into buys right here and you got out, or you scalped it like I just did on that news event. Because it didn't even do enough to where you're like, okay, news event over, let's fib that, right? You can't even fib it, so it just kind of created a huge wick.
That's what the news is. Flash PMI.
Yeah. Anybody capitalize on that at all?
Just got 2 trades. 2 buys.
Yeah. Bill says you trade it by going to the kitchen for coffee. Love it.
I have a secured layer at the bottom still.
Oh, so you're in buys?
Yeah.
And it didn't hit your take profit or stop loss on the
It didn't hit the stop loss yet. No.
Oh, you should have took out when it hit the top, but that's okay. That was fast. It was so fast.
Yeah, that's my personality though. It's like I have to hit a home run sometimes. So the majority of my position was out before the news, and I just left a little on.
So I think it's going to top. I think it's going to break here. So I'm only going to put a couple trades on, and I'd like it in case it does break right here. But it broke with the news, and sometimes when you get this big wick right here, if it does break to the top, this becomes an action point, right? I've seen that a lot. The news right there. So could have got in. So I'm playing the ride the wave right now with these 2 trades, and if it does go into a ride the wave right there, then I'm taking the bus route where I should have gotten into a few more here, and I could have peeled those off for readjusting. So if it pulls back at all, I'll do that. But this is not the best. This is a absolute no to put trades here. And that's why I'm explaining that, because you never ever put trades in the same direction at the end of a price cycle, right? And so this is like the only exception that I'll ever do it, and I'll do it really light if it's looking like it's gonna break out into a ride the wave. But I'm just explaining that because I'm breaking the number 1 rule that I tell you guys not to break. Unless I'm doing a challenge. But yep, I'm taking the bus route to profit here. that's okay. So like I said, I came up there and I did that. I think I'm going to pop out and just get back in. I'm going to pull back down and recycle that. And hopefully could get into more. But nope. Do the same thing, pop out, wait for it to come back down and buy into some more. Now you got to look and see, okay, where's it going to go? Where's the action point here? And there is one there. And then of course right there. And you can, so kind of hit that. So I'd look for it to kind of pull back before it shoots up again, which is what it could be doing right now. So just get into a couple light trades for another pop above this and see if we get that. However, this is a good place for it to turn and come back down and test that if it does. So just staying super light right here. How's those trades working out now, Hobble Wobble Josh? I'm gonna call you that. That's the new name.
They're going in favor.
Have you hit your home run yet, or you still want more?
Really understanding
Way more.
Or do you need more? Or do you need
No,
more to fix your trades?
No, I absolutely don't.
Oh, okay. Good.
I'm in the green, so
Okay,
this
good.
is all just free right now. It's a free trade, so I'll let it go for a while.
Hey, there's a good question for you and for anybody else who wants to answer. When you're up, so let's say you're up 1%, 2%, whatever, do you get more aggressive or do you get more gun shy because you're trying to keep what you made, or are you like, I'm playing with house money now, let's go? How do you, or does that have no bearing on your trading?
I try to not let it have a bearing, but if anything, I feel like I've got a little bit of a buffer or some house money to play with. But actually, I think I'm turning more into being more protecting the capital these days than I have been.
I've definitely flip-flopped on both sides of that right now. But where I'm at now is I really don't even notice it, whether I'm up or I'm down, right? So, like when I start out trading, you're always down, right? I mean, it's very rare that you jump in and your first trade just takes off on you in a profit. Do you know what I mean? It's usually whenever you enter the market, you always go negative at first before your trades turn positive, right? And that probably is because of the way I trade, because I always get in early before the turn. So, all right. So here again, I'm kind of just building into a position for a possible test at the top. If it comes up to here, I may just pop out of these two trades because those are like really bad trade placements. So depending on the action of the candle. Let's see who else. Ed says more aggressive, but it bites you in the butt. House money, Curtis, gun shy. Yeah, you know, I love. It's like you're a lot of people are on either side of those camps, and you switch. You do switch in your trading, right? Like Hobble Wobble Josh said. I love that. Found my new way to your new name. Like sometimes you're more protective of your capital, and other times you're like house money. Woo.
I become careless, I guess, when I am in green. If I'm doing very well, like right now, I am almost 2% recovered from yesterday's loss that I lost 5% on this account. And when I'm in the rhythm and things are working out for me, then I sometimes put too many positions.
Sure.
And I risk a lot. I put like everything in, thinking that it's going to hit again, like hit a home run.
Right.
And then I start losing, and I become like more aggressive, trying to recover what I just lost.
Sure.
And I'm putting a lot of position, because I think I'm going to keep the same rhythm and the same accuracy with reading the charts, and end up very, very bad for me.
So if you think it's a bad thing, which I think you're probably not alone in that logic, how do you fix it? That's the next question, right? How do you fix it? And if you've already identified how do you fix it, then how do you execute on your plan to fix it? Because there's a difference between understanding how to fix it and then actually executing on that plan, right? I think we all get caught in a I know what I did wrong, and then you keep doing the same thing wrong over and over. But you know it's wrong, but how do you fix that mindset or that behavior? And I'm curious to see what your answer is before I tell you what I think.
Okay, so well, right now I'm not putting any trades, and I'm just observing. Quite different than what I did yesterday. I was in during the news, and I was putting my positions.
Sure.
So the problem is that psychologically, when you are doing well and you really think that you're going to hit the next 2 pips with a lot of positions that you put in, and it doesn't work, I get into a zone, like my mind is into a zone that I have very little control over it in terms of, I don't know how, I'm not sure how to explain it.
I use the word power, right? The market you've given all your power of trading to the market, right? And so you need to find a way to take back the power so that you can start trading again, right? So if you get to a point where you're sitting on your hands and you're frozen because you have too many trades on, or you can't trade anymore, that to me is you've given the power over to the market. And now you're just waiting and watching, and all you can't do anything. You can't manage your trades. And so the market has complete power over your trading. And I try to avoid that at all costs, right? Because it sucks being in that position where all you can do is just sit, watch, and hope that the market is your friend. And sometimes it's an enemy.
So I think that one of the way I'm thinking about it now, one of the way to fix that situation is to, like you said, close everything, step back, and wait for another setup. Wait for another price cycle.
Sure.
Read again. And I think that will help me cool off, because I think I get very heated. And I start putting, the positions in without really reading the chart, just hoping, I guess, for a new turn around without looking at the whole picture.
And I have to say, it's a boredom thing for me too. Like, I'll sit there in a slow market, get super bored, and I'll just start, no, you're going this way. And then it runs another price cycle against, I'm like, oops.
Yeah. I mean, even though I probably shouldn't have been trading yesterday in the market conditions that were just like not even 2 pips on a price cycle, even though I had one trade on, I found myself trading it because it was in front of me, right? and I was sitting at the computer anyways. So, but it's like, if I see a chart, I'm like, it sucks me in. I don't care what it is. I'm like, ooh, I know what to do there. I could trade that. And then sometimes you shouldn't. But if I get one trade on, then that's usually followed by 5 or 6 more because it just pulls me in no matter what. And sometimes I have to do that psychologically. Like if I'm like with you guys, if I have to trade the market because I'm on camera or whatever, I have to place like a starter trade just to get me sucked into the market so I can start seeing what the market's doing. Because if I don't have any skin in the game, so to speak, then I don't really analyze it as well until after I get trades on it. But that's just purely psychological. But I'm going to tell you, Artemio, one of the things that really, really helped me a ton with the psychology of getting too aggressive or putting too much on, and then finding you're giving that power to the market, right? One of the things that helped me was that challenge that we talked about yesterday, was that I can still feed my aggressive nature while I'm fixing my trades, meaning I can put more trades on, and if it comes back, then I can take out everything, and I'm okay with taking losses. And just having that technique in my back pocket and utilizing it. And yes, the downside of that is if you get into a marching market, it'll destroy you, right? It'll risk you out almost always. However, that's a risk that I'm willing to take because marching markets don't come around as often. More often, it's going to adhere to price cycles. And so you know that if like today, we knew we were getting this kind of action, and even if I got that kind of action, and all you need is one price cycle, but the nemesis to that technique is a marching market. And so I don't really pull that out a whole lot in the summertime. So you just got to know when and where to deploy proper techniques. Just like that was not a proper technique because it stalled. I thought we were going to try to see if it would break the top and get a test of that. But because it stalled, it would have been a great place to recycle these guys, get out for profit. That would have been the proper technique. And it wants to consolidate here a little more. So we'll let it. And this is when I go back to just taking sips out of the market. Is when we get consolidation stuff. I'm going to peel off these. Let's just reposition my trades here. Okay, I'm gonna go look at guys' chats. This is Ashes. Could you explain how you break down the zones and layers on the charts and how you decide how many positions to put on those layers? Yeah, I can give you a quick overview, but basically a zone is basically a support and resistance area. So you got support, you got resistance. That's a zone. And then you come down here. This is another zone. This is another zone between support and resistance. And I try to put like 1 to 2 layers inside of a zone, depending on how much area there is in a zone. And that's what I look for, right? And so a zone constitutes a support and resistance area that has at least 2 pips or more profit. It is on YouTube yesterday. It's the last video that I posted. He asked if the challenge was up on YouTube. All right. let us move into the challenge portion of today. And I think we're just going to recycle an old challenge because I was thinking about this. Like I said a few days ago, yesterday's challenge was kind of like a level 2 challenge. We've had a level 3 challenge with high probability trade setups. And today's challenge, oh, that's not good. I don't like when that happens. I couldn't see that run for some reason. It's like all of a sudden I noticed that price was here, but candles weren't on the chart. All right. So today, so now because of this move right here, in my mind, this is where, if it comes back and tests this, is where I'll get out of everything. But I got to have enough profit here in order to execute that.